So what we can do is say get open curly return name. What I've essentially done is I've used this special syntax, this built-in syntactic sugar, to basically create an entirely new method for me that represents the getter for this property. I can do the same with the setter. I can say name equals value. Well, what's value? Think of value, it is a keyword. Think of value like the parameter that was passed in when setting this property. So now, instead of invoking get name and set name like this, I can simply do person.name equals Nelson. And then instead of saying get name, I can just simply type in name, because that's a property. And the code that's going to execute given an assignment will be the setter. And the code that's going to execute given a non-assignment is going to be the getter. So if I run this code, we will get the equivalent behavior.
And you can see right there, it's exactly the same code, except for the word value, replacing the parameter name in the getter and setter, as it is in your traditional get name and set name methods.
Yeah.
Again, that's essentially a shortcut for doing what you've done there from lines 18 to 26. And then the form where you've got public string name get set is a further shorthand for that.
Yep.
And nothing more. It's a quicker way of typing it out.
Yeah, and it just looks nicer, depending on the situation. This was covered at the end of 101, but these concepts are so important that I don't want people being left behind on properties. And we'll be over with properties here very shortly. I just wanted to give a quick review.
While you're talking about properties as well, did you ever cover protected?
No.
Okay.
But you must set it first. Not necessarily. If I don't set it first, person.name is going to be null. And as you see, nothing gets printed out. So there's no reason why I don't have to set it first, just like I don't have to invoke the setName method first. There's no order that's constrained for us. So never use public unless it's for a function or a method. Unless it's for a property, a method, or an event. Those are the three things that are typically going to be public. Anything else is going to be private or protected. And you really want to follow that convention, because following that convention will lead you into... Following that convention will implicitly lead you to writing properly encapsulated code.
I tend to start off with the most keeping everything as private as I possibly can.
Right.
And then when you try to access something that's private from somewhere else, you'll get an error saying cannot access due to inconsistent accessibility or whatever the other error is for that. And at that point you can then go, actually, do I want to make this public, or should I be doing this a different way?
Right. And then if you do want to make it public, you have two choices: make a method or a property.